So next one is insert. So insert command, how to insert the elements into the table, right? That's the insert into. So you have to use insert into. So the columns you have to give and values you have to give. So that's a table name. In the table, what are the columns? Which columns? So you want to insert the data. So that first you specify the columns, then values. So what are the values for each column? So you have to give like this. So insert into statement is used to insert new records in a table. So we can insert the data into a table, whatever the table you are specifying. So that's the insert into statement. So this is the, so insert into a table name, and you can mention the column names, and another one, values. Okay, what are the values you want to give for these columns? You specify that. Or there is other way also. You can directly pass the values. So this is another way also you can do that. Insert into table name, well, then values, you can give values directly. So if it is no, you are giving for all the columns data, you can follow this. The same order you are following, you can give this. Otherwise, this column wise you want to specify data, this is the approach. Or in the whatever the columns available in the table, same order you are passing, just values is enough. So no need to mention column names. Or you don't want to get confused, you want to give column wise, then follow the first approach. Otherwise, second approach also good. Okay, so that's the customers table. Let's go and play around with this. So insert into example, right? The following statement, insert a new record in the customers table. So insert into customers, customer name, contact name, address, city, postal code, country. So all this you can give this. Let's go and try this. If you want, you can give your own data also. It's up to you. Insert into the table name. So customer name. So whatever you want, you can give. So there's contact name and so address, city, postal code, and country. So you can just run this. So you have made changes to the database, rows affected 1. So to get them, what you can do, you can write a query, right? So after inserting, you want to fetch where city is Stavanger and country is Norway. That's you select it, right? So write a select queries. So whether it is inserted or not, you want to see, or you can just put a star from customers. So the simple, you see this data is there or not, you see that. So maybe you have to remove this and run this. So this semicolon is important. And it's very difficult, right, to find out. So what you need to do, filter it. So how to filter? Where class? Where class?
Where class?
So apply where class. So this is the one, not this one, right? So we'll see that. So that's why filtering is, you have to do that. Lot of records will be there. How to filter that? You should know that first. So based on this, go here. Where, okay, city is
Norway.
it is Stavanger.
Okay.
It is Stavanger. And country
equal to
Norway.
Norway. It is
Norway. So that's it. So this is how you can easily get the same record. So this you have to remember. Only one will execute here, but see that this is the exactly data we have given there, right? See the record is inserted. So that's easy. That's why normal if you do just select star from customer, you won't get data. You will get a lot of data that way. So in order to avoid that, so you are going to use this so filtering purpose that one. So that's how to do insert. Any questions? So specified columns, as I mentioned very clearly, specified columns, how to insert data is this the one. Customer name, city, country. So only so this is how you can do. Insert into customers. The column name 2 and 3, and then values for these columns only. So it will enter the data for these columns only. So the specific column you want to enter, this is the approach. As we already discussed first syntax, the same syntax we are following here.
So the rest of the columns will be blank, sir. In that.
Yes. So it will be default values will be there or blank. Null, right? Null. If it is a string, null will be there.
Okay.
So it will insert like this. So if you are not giving, okay, that's a default value. See here, what is that? Just practice here. Insert into customers.
Parenthesis.
Parenthesis start. Customer name, address, city, postal code. Here bracket ends.
Values.
Here values.
Parenthesis.
So parenthesis starts and parenthesis ends. That's it. Okay. So this is how you can practice those exercises. Yeah. So that's it. Let's move on to the next one. Null values.
Sir, if you want to insert 2 to 3 columns are same, we need to enter.
Yeah, you can insert no same way.
Same way, one by one.
One by one.
Okay.
Now, what is a null value? So we have seen here, right? A null value is a field with no value. That's a null value means. So how to test null values? So you can see is null or is not null operators you can use. Select column names from table where column name is null. So you can check that. So see here, you have to be very careful here. A null value is different from a zero value. Okay, or that contains a spaces. A field with null value is one that has been left blank during record creation. So just a blank record, but not a zero. So zero is different, null value is different. You have to be careful on this. And you can check is not null, something like that. So let's go and see that is null. So particular select customer name, contact name, address from customers where address is null. So address is this address, right? Is null. So you can just see that whether address is null or not. You will get a so is null means the address is not null. So that's why you're not getting no result. So that's the these are not important. Important was main select class where. Select to where order by is more important. Insert into also you will use. Next update. So what is update? Update statement will do. So update statement is clearly saying right, you are updating the existing record. Even in a REST API also we learned that. So you are just updating the existing record in the table. So that's update. So what is the update syntax? Update table name, set column 1 equal to value 1, column 2 equal to value 2, where condition you write. So you can write it, okay, which on which condition you are so updating this, you can tell that. So that's a update. Be careful when updating records in a table. Notice that where clause in this update statement, the where clause specifies which record that should be updated. So if you omit the where clause, all records in the table will be updated. So that way we have to be very careful that update. So all records are updating only particular columns. So that is this one. You can see the following SQL statement updates the first customer. That means customer ID equal to 1 with a new contact person and a new city. See that update customers, set contact name, this one, and city, this one, where customer ID equal to 1. Previously, you just check that what is there. So the select star from customers where customer ID equal to 1, you write what is there, you check that. Okay, from customers where you can see this
Customer ID.
you can put a star here where customer ID
Into 1.
equal to 1. So then execute that and you see what is the data is there. So this is one. And Germany, city, Berlin is there. But what we are doing, what we are updating, Frankfurt. Right? So with a different contact name, and that is them. So this is the update query what we are doing. So just see set contact name, and what is the contact name here? Marina Anders. But what is here? You are changing Alfred estimate, and city there was a so Berlin, and here you are changing to Frankfurt. So that's the how you can update it. So this is the update query. How to update the. So you still see any other update multiple records. See, it is the where class that determines how many records will be updated. See, the following SQL statement will update the contact name to Juan for all records where country is Mexico. See that. So you're going for country wise, but Mexico country related, so many records are there, right? And the contact name all will update with Juan for the Mexico country. So many records are there with the Mexico country. So that's the reason you have to be very careful. So you have to give exactly. So customer ID is going to be unique queue. So use that particular record you want to update. So if you want to update particular record, you can use like this. Okay. Any questions? So if you omit the where clause, all records will be updated. Update customers, set contact name, Juan, all the records will update. You have to be very careful on this. See, contact name will set for all the records, irrespective of country. So that's a very, very important. Update city column of all records in the customers table. So, right.
Update.
Customers. Set the city Oslo. So that's it. So practice like this so that you will get a better idea. So, and set the value of city columns to Oslo, but only the ones where the country columns has the value Norway. So write that. So practice is kind of set
Where
where
country equal to Norway.
country is Norway. So that's the thing. So take these exercises and do that. So that it's going to be giving some confidence on this. So update the city value and the country value. So update.
Customers where city equal to set city equal to
comma,
semicolon,
country,
comma, right?
country.
Where
country,
country equal to.
Country equal to Norway.
Country equal to Norway, where customer ID equal to that. That's it. Okay. So this is how you can practice. That's it. Next, to move on to delete. So we have some more. So these things we need: top, min, max, count. These are important for us. And then we can jump on to joins. So what is the delete statement? We have seen update statement. We have seen insert. We have seen select. We have seen where class, order by class. Now what is delete? So delete statement is used to delete existing records in a table. So delete from table name where condition. You are giving condition. If you don't give a condition, again same problem with like update. So be careful while deleting the records in a table. Notice that where class in the delete statement. The where class specifies which records should be deleted. If you omit the where class, and all records in the table will be deleted. You have to be very careful. You want to delete all records or you want to delete one record. So it should be, so be clear on that. So what you want to do. So that is important here. Okay. So any questions?
how to create database? It is
Create. So I'll show you. We have bottom side. Okay. Create a DB, drop DB, backup DB, create table, drop table, alter table. These are all things you can use.
okay. The
So
first
how
step,
to set the primary key, foreign key. Okay. So just
first step, will be to create a database, right? And then
first step is create. That is no, you won't do that. Okay. You don't have permission to. That permission is only for the main architect or somebody in the team who is lead. They will do this. And they will give you all the details, database details for you. So this is a create database and database name. Simple, straightforward. Create database name. That's it. Automatically it will create the database test DB.
so it has naming conventions, database name.
Yeah, not necessary. You can follow this. You can give your database name. There is no naming conventions. However you want. So this, to do this, you should have admin privileges.
Okay.
So if you see show databases, it will give you all the things. So write a correct SQL statement to create a new database called testDB. So just write
create database testDB.
Database and what they have given testDB. So that's it. Okay. It will create the database. So first let's finish all this. Okay. Let's move on. Delete. So delete is important. So let's go and read the things. What is saying? SQL statement deletes the customer Alfred, this one, from the customers table. So write the delete statement. So you have to tell very clearly from customers table. Okay, first delete from customers where customer name equal to Alfred, this one. So you can just execute this. So first of all, that is there or not, you check that. Okay, so that's better, right? So it is there, right? You can see here that record only we got it now. Otherwise, you can write it here. So you have made changes to the database, row affected one. That's how you will get. So when you use a delete from customers where customer name equal to this one. So again, you see that where customer name got Alfred is there or not. If you want to search, so do that. Select query use where customer name equal to is there or not. You can check that. So no results. Right, is deleted. That means delete is working fine, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's all about delete. Is still any queries, just practice. Delete all records. It is possible to delete all rows in the table without deleting the table. So which means the table structure, attributes and indexes will be intact. Those will be there. So just so delete from table. So if you give that, and it will delete all the rows in the customer table without deleting the table. That's a delete statement, what it will do. So it will delete the data, but not the structure of a data. Okay, that's a delete. All the rows will be deleted. So delete from customers. You can try that. Delete from customers. Remove this. See, 91 rows are affected. That's it. So you can fetch this from customers. No result, no data, right? That's why. Okay. So next, top. Top is very important. Select top, limit to, fetch first to, row num class. These are the very important because you have huge data. If you have a huge data, so to limit that. So the number of rows you are going to use top 5 or limit 3 or something like that. So you will use this with the select top class, right? The select top class is used to verify the number of records to return. So how many records you want to return. So the select top class is useful on large tables with thousands of records. So it will return a large number of records, can impact your performance also, and you will get a very slow. It will take time to retrieve those data. So that's why what we can do, how many records we want, just fetch that and filter that. Not all the databases support the select top class. MySQL supports the limit. Okay, MySQL supports the limit. And so to select a limited number of records. While Oracle uses a fetch first n rows only and row number. So it depends on the what database you are using. MySQL will support limit. Oracle will support fetch first n rows only or row num. So row num equal to, you can give how many rows you want. So this is the SQL Server one, MS Access. What is the SQL Server one? Select top number, you can give pipe percent column names you can give from table where condition you can write. So MySQL syntax is select column names So you're not using top here, MySQL. Okay. So from table name, where condition, limit, you give the number, how many rows you want. That you can give limit. It depends on the database, which database you're using. Select column names from table, order by columns, fetch first number, rows only. So this is the database wise you have a, so the queries, you have to use that. Older SQL queries, row number less than or equal to number you can. So this is the with order by, select star from, select column names from table, order by columns, where row number is less than number. This is all older no Oracle, but Oracle 12c is Oracle 19c we are using now. So now this will work. Okay. And let's go and see how to apply this. The following SQL statement select the first 3 records from the customer table for SQL Server or MS Access. So you can try this. Select top 3 star from customers. See, top 3 records only it is going to give. So that's how you can write. This is for SQL Server database. And this one, the following SQL statement shows the example of MySQL. So this is also simple, right? MySQL. Select a star from customers, limit 3. So you can try this. Limit 4, 5 I'll give. See, 5 records only it will give. Okay. So like that you can get the data. Any questions here? So top, that's our top so advantage. Oracle, you can just say select star from customers, fetch first 3 rows only. You can do that. Select top 50% star from customers. So let's see, this is the SQL Server Oracle. This is the one, right? SQL Server. See, 46 records it is giving. Okay, so the first 50, top 50. So it is returning. But that's okay. So you can just use based on the database. If it is a SQL, use limit. If it is a Microsoft SQL Server, use top. If it is a Oracle, use fetch first rows only, like that. Now, this is a very important functions we are entering now. This is a very important min, new, max, count to average. So mostly we are going to use our count. Count is the one min you are going to use this. So let's see what is min means. Min function returns the smallest value of the second column, selected column, selected column. So which column? So column means you have a lot of data, right? In that entire rows, which is the smallest value that you can get with the min function. Max function returns the largest value of the selected column. So select min, this column name from table where condition you can write. Select max column function. Function means you know already, parenthesis you have to write, and column name is the argument you are passing for the functions. So max, see that, finds the price of the cheapest product. Cheapest product means you can see. So let's go on. So select min price, okay, as smallest price from products table. So you are getting the So smallest price. So that is 2.5. So you can give max. Okay, let's change to max. So 263.5. So that's our max mean purpose. So that's it. And anything we have these questions. Use the min function to select a record with the smallest value of the price column. We did already. Let's move on to the next one. So count already shown yesterday, but still. So average and some functions. Count function returns the number of rows that matches the specific criteria. So select count column where from table where condition you have to give. So average is basically, right? Function returns average value of numeric column. So you can use this count to, so the average is for the numeric column. So because average is that entire column data. And that's the average function purpose. Even sum also you can use on the numeric columns only, right? You want to sum all of them, it is going to sum and give you. So what are the functions? We minu, max, count, sum, average. So this is the one of the question in the interviews also. Can you give me at least 5 functions, 5 SQL commands? SQL commands means you have to give select to, so then update to, insert to, delete to, create to. Those are the commands. Select normal SQL commands. The functions means you can give min, max, count,
to average.
sum. These are the functions. Okay. So let's go and see one by one. Finds the number of products. So select, count, product ID from products table. So this will give you number of products in the products table. So here null values are not counted. So that's an average price you are going to get from here. So that's it. And quantity. So see that this returns the sum of quantity fields in the order table. So order details table. So it will sum all the things. First you can query that and see. So how it is, right? And like we have seen already, right? Like operator is used in a where class to search for a specified pattern in a column. We have seen yesterday. So the percentage sign represents 0, 1, multiple characters. So more than 1 characters. The underscore sign represents 1 or single character. So that's this one. So MS Access uses asterisk instead of percentage sign and a question mark instead of underscore. So that's a MS Access nobody uses now. Okay. So don't worry about that. So mostly Oracle database or SQL databases are people are using. So percentile you can use. Select column 1, column 2 from table where column. So like pattern you write. Pattern means it can be percentile. So like, so you're writing like percentile underscore 1. So here it is very clear saying where customer name like A means first starts with a finds any values that starts with the A. So where customer name like percentile means that finds any value that ends with A. So where customer name like percentile or percentile means, so the find any values that have a OR in the any position. So any position OR is there, that records you fetch, you are saying. So this is the underscore R means finds any values that have R in the second position. So like this, you just go through this. These are some of the so important things that will help you in the real time. So other than that, we don't want much. Let's move on to the Jenkins joins. So joins is a very important mandatory question you will get. What are the different joins you have? That's the first question you will get. Okay. Okay. So let's see, what is a join? You have multiple tables. Sometimes what will happen, you have to join all the tables and you need to get the required data. Such cases you will use joins. Join, it is clearly saying, right? Join or combine rows from two or more tables based on a particular criteria. So that's what the join means. So you have the order table. So order ID, customer ID, order date. So then look at the selection from the customers table. So you have a customer ID, customer name, contact name, country. So can you see here these two tables, orders table and customers table, if you observe. So the common thing here is customer ID, right? So customer ID is common. So this table, and based on this criteria, you can join these two tables. You can join these two tables. So here, that's what I am telling here. Notice that the customer ID column in the orders table refers to the customer ID in the customers table. The relationship between the two tables above is the customer ID column. How you can join two? There is a relation between both the tables. At least one match column is not there, it's not possible. So that is the main concept. Then we can create a following SQL statement that contains an inner join that selects the records. So what you want. See that, select orders.order ID, customers.customer name, orders.order date, but what you want. Okay, so because basically we have three columns, right? But what you want. So orders, this is the order table. Order table, you want order ID. So you want what? Customers table, what you want? Customers dot customer name, orders dot order date you want. So ID, date you want, customer name you want. So from orders, inner join customers. You are joining orders with the customers. Inner join on orders dot customer ID equal to customers dot customer ID. So this is the very important. You need to select what you want to select from orders. Then join name you write inner join customers on orders dot customer ID, customers dot customer ID. So this is how you will write. On after you have to write the relation between the two tables. What is common? So that is these joins. Let's go understand what is this inner join means. So what is meant by inner join? So the inner join keyword selects the records that have matching values in both the tables. So what the inner join will do? Selects the records that matches both the tables. That means this portion. I think we learned all this right in our academics.
Yes.
So, and the common records only it will fetch from both the tables, table 1 and table 2. So that's the inner join. You remember inner join, what it will do? It will select the records that are having common from both the tables or matching values in both the tables. So select column names from table. So table 1 inner join, table 2 on table 1 dot column name equal to table 2 dot column name. So that's our criteria. So let's go and practice this. So this is a very important. Write as many queries you write. So selection from the customers table. So write the query. So the following SQL selects all the records with the customer information. So see that we will write, okay. So I want customer name. I want customer name. So let's delete and write it. So you practice. So that if that is there and okay, but you write, you will get it. Okay. Select orders dot. Generally in the you have any SQL developer tool or anything, there you will get automatically order start if you put. So you will get the column name also. So you don't need to worry about that. Okay. Or you have to see what column is there. Order ID. So you see that all these columns, right? So order ID. Exactly, you can give this. Order ID, comma. So from customer table, what you want? Customers dot. The customer name we are expecting, right? Customer name. So which column you want, you can write it. Customer name. From what is the first orders? Then inner join. Maybe you can put inner join. So what is the next table? Customers.
Customers.
Customers on. So column the criteria you write. Orders.
Orders
Dot.
dot customer ID.
Customer ID. Customer ID. So customer ID is the common. So copy that customer ID. So customer ID equal to customers. So dot customer ID. So this will return for us order ID and customer name only will return to. No reason. Why? Inner join.
I think no space.
No space. Might be. Syntax error. Just to join only. But why? Okay, let's try this. It's not inner join, correct only, right? We have it.
Orders order ID.
Huh?
Yes, sir. On orders dot order ID.
Not order ID. Customer ID is the common. Customer ID. This is, they have written also same, right? Anything semicolon we are missing, correct only. Then let's see that. So what is the note you have? Inner join keyword selects all rows. It's not selecting, right? No result. Why? Generally, this is the matching records are not there, might be. Let's see, matching records are there.
Two is there.
Is there, right? It should return 2. 2 is there. Then why it's not returning? So 2 is there. Employee ID. 2 should return for us. Their customer ID equal to 2. The customer ID equal to this should return. That something wrong here, okay? But query is correct. Okay, query is correct. This is the query, how to write that. So query, there is no issue, don't worry. Okay, that's a remember. Select what columns from each table you want. From first table, inner join. Second table, on is mandatory here, on the criteria. So for both the tables, what is a common column name? The column name So equal to the second table column, the common between both the tables. That's on this condition you are saying. So that's the meaning of that. So inner join keyword select all rows from both the tables as long as there is a match between the columns. If there are records in the orders table that do not have matches in customers, these orders will not be shown. But we have one. That's why I'm confused. Why it's not written? There is a two. Two is two is there. So two customer ID 2 is common. But here also select star from orders. Inner join from customers. On order start customer ID. Then let's see. That's correct only. So the same thing we have written, but they are not giving the correct result. That's fine. Okay. No, don't worry about that. Next, left join. So let's finish the next one. Inner join, are you clear? What is mean by inner join? What is mean by inner join?
Matching both.
Match both the common feet.
So
Joins,
common
tables.
matching records, it will return from both the tables based on the criteria. So now let's understand left join. What is mean by left join? So the left join keyword returns all the records from the left table, that means first table, and the matching records from the right table. So the result is 0 records from the right table if there is no match. Okay, so that's so this one. So select column names from table, left join, table 2 and table. So I'll just modify this. Instead of inner join, what I'm going to do, put left join. See, now we got it. Customer name is not there. That's why. So maybe you can put a star here. Otherwise. So now you're getting all, right?
Filled.
But it's getting a null. Okay, left join. So left join means that's the one. Right join means the customer's table data it will fetch. So right join on customer ID. It should return all the data from the customers. Customers table it should return. That's written. Okay, that's what the left join means. So left join is called left outer join also. So it will return all the data. See this customers dot customer name orders dot ID. Left join orders on customer dot customer ID that order by customers dot customer. So again you're adding one more order by column also. So let's see so whether it is fetching the data. No result. The data is not there in the tables. Maybe we have deleted right somewhere. That's the reason I am not sure. Okay, that might be the reason. So the data again you insert and try it out. First, let's get the data. Select a star from customers. So do we have a data or not? That's what. See, no data at all. That is the reason it is not fetching. Okay, we deleted, right? That's the reason.
Yeah.
So you insert again and you can get the data. Right join also similar. Right join, what it will do? Left join is left table data, entire data you are getting. Right join means all the records from the right table and matching records from left table. So that's what the right join. So right outer join. So this is the remember this diagrams, okay? That will really help. So because we don't have data, that is the reason it is not fetching because we deleted. Full join means what? Full outer join means the keywords returns all the records when there is a match in left or right table records. It doesn't matter. So the full outer join or full join are the same.
Included అంటే ఇలా వస్తుంది నాకు వీడియో కనిపించట్లే.
Full outer join and full join are the same. Right? Full outer join or full
కాదు
join.
వస్తుంది నాకే కనిపించట్లే చిన్నగా
So
స్క్రీన్
this is
ఉన్నప్పుడు
the
వస్తుంది.
So this is the one. See, all the records of first table and second table, both you will get everything. So that's the full outer join means. Inner join means what? Only matching records. Full join means what? Everything
The whole table values.
that takes the values. It doesn't matter is common or not, but all of them it will take. So that's the full join. So these are the things you need to remember. What are the joins they will ask? So why you will use joins? Joins are mainly used to join two or more tables to get the required data. So what is inner join? Inner join means only matching records will be written from the both the tables. So left join means all the data from left table and matching records from the right table. And right join means all the data from right table and matching records from the left table. So full join means from both the tables, full all the data it will fetch for us. So self join means what? A self join is a regular join, but the table is joined with itself, with the same table. So select column names from table T1, table 1, T2, where condition you can write. T1, T2 are a different table aliases for the same table. So the T1 is one alias and T2 is another alias. Based on the alias, you can, instead of, you don't need to write a table name every time. So then you can refer next time in the condition T1 dot column name, T2 dot column name, like that. Okay. So that's this you can see here. So how self join works. Select A dot customer name as a customer name 1, B dot customer name as a customer name 2, A dot city, right? A dot city from customers A, customers B. So two aliases we are using. Two aliases we are using where A dot customer ID is not equal to B dot customer ID. That means it duplicates you are avoiding. Okay. And A dot city is equal to B dot city ordered by A dot city. So that's how we can know. But anyhow, no data. So before deleting, we would have come here. So to see the data. But so that's the very important concepts. And we have a union group by having. These are also important. Let's go and quickly look into that. Okay. So and then we'll move on to the what is meant by union. So union operator is used to combine the result set of two or more select statements. So you're joining two select statements. So that's the union. So there is one more union all also, but let's understand every select statement within union must have the same number of columns. So every select statement here also same columns and here also same columns. You have to follow these conditions. The columns must also have similar data types. So here also similar and here also similar usually. The columns in every select statement must also be in the same order only. So all these criteria should match when you're doing a union of different select queries. So union all. So union is, just understand the difference between union and union not. So union operator is used to combine the result set of two or more select statements. But what is union all? So union all, the union operator selects only distinct values by default. Okay. To allow duplicate values, use union all. Are you clear about union and union all?
Union means unique user and
Unique. Distinct
union
values you
is-
get from the both the select queries, not tables here. Okay, so select queries, but that two different tables also is fine. And union all means all duplicates it is going to give you. That's the difference between union and union. So let's see, here we have any that I think customers table we don't have, suppliers table I think we have data. Let's see the table, this select city from customers, union, select a city from suppliers, order by city. Okay, now we got here. Okay, so this is the unique queue. So there is no duplicate here. So if you use union all, now let's see what will happen. Any duplicates, okay? It's not that. That means we have to use a different queries. The union all is they are going to give. Same, right? We did the same. And we are not getting data here. We should get data. 29. How many you got here? 29. So there is no duplicates basically. That's why it is not showing.
I think since customers is deleted, it's showing only suppliers.
Only
Yes.
suppliers. Yeah, might be. Yeah, that is the reason. So you can write a condition also, union with where clause. Select city or country from customers, where country is Germany, union, select city, country from suppliers, where country equal to Germany, order by city. So that's a union all union. So just understand what is mean by union, and that's enough. So group by. Group by statement is basically you will use with all functions, right? You want to group some rows, then you can use group by. The group by statement groups rows that have the same values into summary rows, like find the number of customers in each country. That's one group, right? So like that. So you will use group by. The group by statement is often used with aggregate functions like count to max, min, sum, average to group the result set by one or more columns. So select column names from table where condition. So group by column names, order by column names. Customers means we cannot use that. That's another bigger problem now. So that's what I know we should be very careful with the delete. So now we are not getting data. That's fine. So see that this is the one. Read the statement, the queries. Select list, SQL statement lists all the number of customers in each country. So select count, customer ID, country from customers, group by country. You're grouping by what? Country based, or you can group by city also if you want. So below SQL statement lists the number of customers in each country, sorted high to low. So you are sorting order by, you are using again. Select count, customer ID, comma country from customers, group by country, order by count, customer ID, and descending order. That means high to low means a descending order, right? So that's the main concept of group by. Basically, particular category, how many are there? So you want to know, then you will use group by. So next, having class was you added to SQL because the where keyword cannot be used with aggregate functions. So the condition, so basically where also doing condition, having also doing another condition. So select column names from table where condition, group by columns, having this condition, on these columns, having this condition order by columns. So that's how they're, so see that. Having count greater than 5. That's this condition you can write with a having class. This is another condition based. So if you want to do, and you will use this having class also. That's all. So other than that, we don't want much here. Drop DB. So basically, drop DB means complete database will be deleted. So all the database will be dropped. Be careful before dropping a database. Deleting a database will result in loss of complete information stored in the database. Basically, it's also delete the database, entire database. That's a drop so database. Drop database name. So that's the create table. Just see the create table. Create table name, column data type, column 2 data type, column 3 data type. So just a table structure you are creating with a create table. So then entering the rows, you have to use which command?
Insert, sir.
Entering the data.
Insert into.
Insert into this column names and then values you give. So that's the, then there is a drop table also. Drop table statement is used to drop an existing table in the database. So this will be completely deleted. So deleting a table will result in loss of complete information stored in the table. So that's the structure also will be deleted. That's the drop table means. Alter, you can alter the data. So what is primary key? Let's finish this primary key also and foreign key. A primary key constraint uniquely identifies each record in a table. Like, customer ID is there, right? That's a primary key. So they will create. Primary keys must contain unique values, cannot contain null values. A table can have only one primary key, and in the table, this primary key can consist of singular multiple column fields. So this is the one. So create table persons, ID int not null, last name varchar not null. So you're saying it should not be a null. First name varchar is integer, primary key on this ID. You're specifying while creating the table itself. So that's the how you can set the primary key on the table. To recognize, uniquely identifies each record in the table, you will use a primary key concept. Okay, that's the one thing. And what is foreign key? A foreign key constraint is used to prevent actions that would destroy links between the tables. So a foreign key, basically, the link between two tables will be maintained. That's a foreign key means. And so this a foreign key is a field in one table that refers to the primary key in another table. So that there is a relation between both the tables. Okay, that's the foreign key. So these are the two things generally people will ask. Other than that, nothing, guys. Okay, this is the basics of SQL. That's more than enough for us. Please, work on this.